typically, and I can only speak from my own personal experience and looking at contracts and the dispute resolution clauses, I still see in this region, the Singapore International Arbitration Centre, SIAC, is still very popular. ICC, the International Chamber of Commerce arbitration system, is very popular, and also Hong Kong. But certainly Singapore International Arbitration Centre. Now, what's interesting, if you go and look at some of the statistics that the SIAC put out there as to who uses them, outside of Singapore users, it's Indian companies and Chinese companies by far and away being the majority of the foreign users of the SIAC, which is an interesting kind of insight into what a lot of people talk about, which is they see the seat to a certain extent, but the arbitration institution as being an issue of neutrality and fairness, rightly or wrongly. What a lot of people say is if you have a dispute between, let's say, an Indian and a Chinese company, neither will want to go to an institution or a seat in their own jurisdiction. They want to go somewhere neutral. And Singapore finds itself, from these statistics, as being chosen as that neutral venue. Singapore, again, anecdotally, tends to be seen as a sort of, particularly because it's based in Asia, it's seen as a neutral Asian venue, as being preferable even now to the more popular ones in the past, being, for example, the London Court of International Arbitration. Singapore seems to have a slight edge there. Again, only sort of anecdotal observations and from those statistics that are out there. It really depends. You look at those SIAC statistics, what's also quite striking is if you look at other ASEAN users of the Singapore International Arbitration Centre, they are quite far behind some of the other nationalities that use it, which is surprising, Singapore being in ASEAN. And again, anecdotally, you do see a lot of investors in this region a lot of times opting for maybe some of the more international institutions such as the ICC or their own arbitration centres, BAMI in Indonesia, for example. And also what a lot of investors will find is that if they're contracting with a government-linked corporation, or, for example, that they're buying insurance, and this is a common one for those in the insurance industry. If you're buying insurance with a local provider, there'll be an insistence in using the local arbitration centre, or sometimes the local court system, and you don't really have so much of a choice there.